On the air right now. Go ahead and do an introduction. Tell us who you are, Rose.
Hi, this is the Rose Colombo, right here with Mark Eberle, and happy to be with him. I am the host of the Justice Club on Freedomizer Radio every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30. So grab a friend, grab a stranger, and join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Freedomizer Radio for the Justice Club.
Also, I want to mention too. Reason why I wanted to have you on because of what happened down in California with immigration bus that was down there. Can you give us an insight what's going on? Because Bill O'Reilly only scratched the surface of it. We want to get the full story here, so go ahead and do that for us, Rose.
Well, I'll do my best. I'm a longtime advocate for justice and an author on these various legal abuses which are now affecting every American across this nation. Marietta is a very quiet town. It's a pretty new town, actually. It's not in the big city. It's for people who like to get away from the big city, and it's on the outskirts, but has new homes, new businesses, and it's a quiet area. And so it was shocking to me that the federal government would even target this area because it's not even, as you say, on the map. And so it was probably a shock to the people in Marietta as well and in their surrounding areas. And what happened is that they were thrust into becoming activists. They were probably just minding their own business when a nurse actually made them aware that there was a serious problem of this influx of busing in illegal children who possibly were sick or might be carrying some kind of disease or viruses that had gone unchecked, unidentified by the federal government, and they were illegals being bussed into their community. And so they protested, and they came forth and to reroute those buses and wouldn't let them off the buses in order to stand with the Border Patrol, whose hands have been tied by the federal government. Now, this goes much deeper than people think. It's not just dumping off people for a nation's minor children. This is affecting our economy. It's affecting law enforcement. It's affecting our taxes. It's affecting the cost of living. It's affecting the health care system. And under Obamacare, which is now unaffordable to many people, and everyone is noticing that the cost of health care has gone up. And as he promised it would go down, it's the opposite. Many people can't even afford to sign up for Obamacare yet.
Right.
He wants us to pay for the health care of all these sick people coming into our country who are unidentified. And it goes even further than that, Mark. It goes all the way to the court system because every judge in this country is responsible to monitor the safety and welfare of every minor child and to look after the best interest of minor children, especially when they are here without adults and parents.
Right.
Now the social workers are responsible to make sure that they have custodial protection by the state of every minor child. So this is going to impact the court system and the social workers as well.
Right. Also,
this is a serious problem for America.
Also, I want to mention, this is also affecting Hobby Lobby because they want to have, the government wants to have Hobby Lobby. I'm really grateful that the Supreme Court justice said, no, you cannot rule saying that, Hobby Lobby or any other Christian business has to have abortion pill, abortion pill or or accepting some kind of afterbirth pill to actually inform employees. I mean, what? I never heard that I never heard a government trying to be so intrusive on American freedom in our lives. I never heard of this before in my lifetime. I never have. I never seen such literacy from our own government. Go ahead, Rose.
Well, they are risking the safety and the health of every border patrol who is now, many are contacting TB. People don't know that. And the swine flu, there's also a measles outbreak in many areas. And they are risking the health and safety of every American and every American child, and it's also going to impact the public schools.
Right.
And the fact that most don't even speak English is another impact. So who's going to pay for all of this health care and food and housing and necessities of life? And who's going to take care of these unidentified sick children without parents? Mm-hmm. And why is the government illegally busing in illegals and violating the law, this lawless rogue government we have now? And it's gross negligence, it's obstruction of justice, it's abuse of power, and it's the very highest. And they are turning a blind eye and trying to make people believe that it's an act of kindness. It is not an act of kindness to the illegals, and it is not an act of kindness to the American people, because charity starts at home. And what have they done for the American people in 6 years? Because it's all they've done is protected and provided funding and weapons and vehicles, Ford trucks, to terrorist groups across this oceans, and opened the border to cartels and drug traffickers and child traffickers. Now, one of the things I want to mention is that they are not upholding the border patrol, and they are not upholding the laws of immigration and the borders. So we have lawbreakers, not lawmakers, in D.C., in the District of Corruption, and it's also the District of Confusion, because the American people don't know what to do. We don't know if the coyotes are putting those children on those buses and paying the parents to let them come into the USA to take the focus off their drug trafficking, while the Border Patrol becomes babysitters, daycare centers. And we also have a problem with the Border Patrol wanting to leave their jobs now. And it's my opinion that they should deter all those buses and divert them to Washington, D.C., to the White House, and let the White House deal with it, because they are the ones who are supporting this illegal invasion of illegals into our country, and in violation of